there's magic in your backyard. Go and find it.
We'll head around to all the towns, head away, holiday. South Aussie with Cozzies on sit down. South Aussie with Cozzie. In South Australia we will go, head away, holiday. South Australia all the way, South Aussie with Cozzie.
G'day and welcome to another episode of South Aussie with Cozzie. We are exploring the Flinders Ranges and we're here at Rawnsley Park Station. You know, the Flinders is absolutely gorgeous. It's over 540 million years old, and I can guarantee that a few days up here in the Flinders will really change the way you look at the world as you're surrounded by this rugged beauty. I'm just the lucky one that gets to show you around, and I can guarantee, give me half an hour of your time, I'll have you booking a trip to the Flinders in no time. First up, let's have a look at what's on the show. We'll take to the air for a scenic flight over Wilpena Pound. I'll show you what I believe could be the best accommodation I've ever stayed in at Rawnsley Park, and I'll introduce you to a mob called Station Stays SA that have got over 20 accommodation places you can stay at in outback South Australia. We are about to explore a place that I've never been before, Rawnsley Park Station. Everybody on Facebook tells me this is the #1 spot in the Flinders Ranges, so I thought we'd better come and check it out. Okay, before we talk Flinders Ranges, I want to dispel two myths. Firstly, you don't need a four-wheel drive to come to the Flinders, and secondly, it's not that far.
Rawnsley Park Station's 430 kilometres north of Adelaide, right in the centre of the Flinders Ranges, so we've got the Flinders all around us, and that's Wilpena Pound you can see behind us. That's Rawnsley Bluff, which is the southern corner of Wilpena Pound.
Wonderful, beautiful, yours is the word which creates us.
I don't often beg, but please make the effort to come to the Flinders. This place is seriously magical, and you may go your whole life without experiencing it, unless you make the effort to come here.
The people that come to the Flinders Ranges and to Rawnsley Park, I think what they really get out of it is that sense of space and a sense of adventure, especially for kids. You know, if they come and you're camping under the stars and you haven't seen, you know, a canopy of stars, it's really something special. And just the colours of the landscape. I don't know anywhere else in South Australia or Australia that compares with the colours that you'll see in the Flinders Ranges. Rawnsley Park offers quite a range of accommodation. We have 8 eco-villas at Rawnsley. They're really modern, and what really sets them off is the view. They're located on a small rise looking out to either the Elder Range or Wilpena Pound. A fantastic view, and they nestle into the landscape. They're sort of partly set into the hillside, so you don't notice the buildings, but when you are in the villas, they really give you this fantastic outlook.
Beautiful, wonderful, yours is the word which has meaning.
We have some mid-range holiday units and also a caravan park, bush camping, and we also do tours. We do four-wheel drive tours, bushwalking tours, so yeah, lots to do here.
All a little afraid. To spread our wings.
We have a really good restaurant, the Wool Shed. What else would it be on a sheep station? And we use our local merino Dooney lamb, so we try to use that as much as possible. The restaurant's really important part of the property.
On the mum shack?
Ah, very good, thank you.
It's open for lunch and dinner 7 days a week. Has a really varied menu, so you can get all sorts there, from your steaks and pastas or fish. Certainly, I think, got a really good variety of food there for you.
Magical, mystical.
At Rawnsley Park Station, we're happy to have dogs here in the camping ground and on the walking trails, so it's somewhere that if your dog is cooped up, you can take them out, and as long as they're kept on a leash, then they're fine to be here.
Wonderful, beautiful.
The Flinders is only 4.5 hours from Adelaide. It's not that far. It's easy travelling, sealed roads all the way, so No reason you can't just hop in the car for even a weekend or 3 or 4 days and really get a taste of the outback and a taste of Australia.
Kangaroos are everywhere in outback South Australia, and we know that a baby kangaroo is called a joey, right? Everyone knows that. What's a female kangaroo called? It's a flyer. And what about this one? A male kangaroo's got the coolest name ever because he's called a boomer.
South Aussie with Aussie. South Aussie with Aussie.
Well, welcome back to South Aussie with Cozzy. We're having a look around the Flinders Ranges. Now, there's a place called Station Stays SA. These guys have got properties around South Australia in the outback where you can actually stay. You don't have to know the property owners. In fact, many of them are here in the Flinders Ranges.
Rawnsley Park is part of Station Stays SA. This is a group that formed a couple of years ago now to promote the opportunities to stay on some of the outback properties, and there's quite a few properties: Beltana, Willow Springs, Alpana, Wirialpa. A lot of the stations in the Flinders are part of that group, and really a great way to meet some of the outback people and go to some of the places that you might never get to otherwise.
Some of my favourites are Horseshoe Top End. That's located just near Carrollton, where each campsite, get this, is over 1 kilometre apart. Or Bendelby Ranges, that's just near Orroroo, where for $63 a night you can have your own permanent camper trailer and you can just rock up in your 2-wheel drive. That's a bargain. Old mate Tony, he runs another Station Stays SA property, and this one's an absolute belter.
Something that we do offer now is the Archipina Homestead. Really, it's just a lovely place to be, sort of right out on the open plain looking out onto Wilpena Pound. So you've got this fantastic view all around you and a lovely place to stay. It's got 2 bedrooms with king-size beds, large living area with a lounge and really well-equipped kitchen, and you've just got this sense of space. It's like nowhere else here.
Plenty of luxury in the Flinders Ranges, and this homestead has it all. I've got to give you a bit of a run through. Firstly, his and her showers, love them. Come on, come this way, come this way, come this way. Out here into awesome bedrooms with great views. What's he doing there? Come on, out this way. Out here, your living area opens up into, hello South Australia, what a view. The best thing about Rawnsley Park Station is it's Bitchman Road all the way here, and there's an accommodation set up for every single budget. How's this? Bush camping, you want to just roll out the swag, set up the tents, that's only going to cost you $23 a night. Holiday cabins, $150 to $200 a night, depending on which one you want. And a taste of luxury, if you can afford it, seriously do it. The eco villas are a must-do, and so is Archipina Homestead. Now guys, just to show you how good the location of our accommodation here is at the Archipina Homestead, Central Air Services have got us up in the air. We're about 1,500 feet off ground. A real estate agent mate of mine, Anthony Toob, always said to me, location, location, location. This place has got it all. Tanya and her family love the Flinders Ranges for the freedom it gives their children that they just can't give them in the city. Tanya tells me it's all about climbing trees, looking for lizards, and even hugging the friendly wildlife around Wilpena Pound. And this kangaroo's actually wild, and it's in the caravan park. That's what I love about the Flinders. Quality time with the kids and getting your 4-wheel drive dirty. You legends. See, people from Burnside? This is what 4-wheel drives are actually meant for. For sending your photos through, you're in the running to win $200 cash thanks to Adelaide Arcade, which of course is in the heart of the city.
South Aussie with Aussie.
Welcome back, friends. It's Cozzy here, and I'm showing you around outback South Australia and proving that you don't need a 4-wheel drive to visit the Flinders. Plus, it is actually not that far from Adelaide. We've stopped to grab some petrol at Carrollton, and a big part of holidaying around South Australia is pumping your dollars back into your own state. I love stopping at little servos like this and grabbing some bits and pieces inside because I know that that money really does help these small businesses. Oh, and I also love this. How old is the petrol Bowser? This is basically the Rundle Mall of the Outback here. So many items for sale, not just petrol, including, check this out, stapleless stapler. Only $3, that's a bargain. How does it work? This is it here. Okay, I got some paper. Stapleless stapler. Okay, ready? Huh. I'll be done. Oh, that's why they're $3. You guys know how much I love travelling around regional South Australia, but I'm always on the hunt for events and shows that make your trip into the regions even easier. The show they have on here at the Adelaide Showground is a cracker in the fact that it's not one show, it's 2 shows combined, and kids under 16, totally free.
We've got the Club Marine SA Boat and Fishing Show, so it's a full-size boat show with fishing and diving and everything you want to do in that side of it. But also it's a 4-wheel drive show, so you can buy the 4-wheel drives, you can buy your 4-wheel drive accessories, your camping gear, camper trailers, boats, everything, so it's a massive show.
I love a good South Australian success story, and Light Force is one of them. Now I've got Alicia here to tell me, what is the story behind Light Force?
Okay, so basically started with a farmer up in Cleve, needed a light for his own sporting purposes, couldn't find anything on the market to suit his needs, so basically made it himself. And so all these years later, we have the Light Force range of driving lights and sporting lights.
The best thing about the show, not only can you check out all the gear you love from every aspect of outdoors, but we've got massive entertainment. We've got a fishing stage.
The idea of the tank is to give you a fisher's eye view of how lures work. And I'll just show you a couple of lures that I know will catch a fish and work extremely well.
We've got the Club Marine Lifestyle Stay where you teach how to do cooking.
So now I'm going to turn those. Can you smell that from there?
There's even a bit of fun with the SAWC D-Max team.
We're taking our passengers up on 2 wheels. We're going to pop them up 50 degrees up our 2-wheel drive ramp, just like Travis is now, and give you a ride of a life up on 2 wheels with Team D-Max.
You never know who you're going to run into in the big smoke, including me old mate Ernie Dingo, who was very quick to tell me what he loved about South Australia.
You've got Wines, Kangaroo Island, the Riverina area. You go up through the bush up the top, go out, do some fishing around Sojourner and stuff. The cliffs on there, unbelievable.
I love a show like this because it really is a truly all ages event. I mean, there's something for the oldies, there's something for the young ones, there's something for the kids. To be honest, I was actually going to do that, but the lady there said there's a weight limit of 65 kilos, so I was like 10 kilos over.
Something unique we really offer is we can actually get your boat licence here, come and do some seminars we've got, and then do the test, and you go away with something which you can use for the rest of your life.
You guys know that I pride myself on making your holidays really easy. Well, I run into Chris here. He's an old mate from Jamestown. Put it here, buddy.
Does he? Yep.
Awkward handshake out of the way. Now, tell us, you don't just sell camper trailers, you actually hire them out. Is that right?
We hire them out, and we have people from all over Australia come and hire them.
Yep.
And they take them wherever they want. We show them how to set it up, then off you go. We hire fridges and generators.
Yep.
And if you've got a group going somewhere, or even a wedding or some sort of event, we'll set up the campers for you wherever your destination is up north in the Flinders, and you just come and sleep.
This show really captures the whole spirit of what South Australian lifestyle is.
There's tons of wildlife in the Flinders Ranges, both native like kangaroos and emus, and feral like cats and foxes. But one you've got to keep your eye out for is the feral donkey. There's thousands of donkeys running feral through the Flinders Ranges in the northern part of outback South Australia. But you know, the old humble donkey had a very, very important role that it played right here in the Flinders in the early 1900s, including pulling carts through the Flinders, and actually donkeys were even used by the Aboriginals on hunting expeditions as well. The feral donkeys you see today here in the Flinders are actually descendants of those hard-working donkeys from all those years ago. We're doing a scenic flight with Central Air Services over the Rawnsley Park Station area, and stick with us folks, because coming up there's plenty more of the Flinders Ranges on South Aussie with Cozzy.
South Aussie with Cozzy. South Aussie with Cozzy.
Hey, next time you're online, check out the South Aussie with Cozzy Facebook page. It's about all things South Australian. It'll tell you where to go and what's on and what's great about this state. There's over 50,000 South Aussies who have already liked the South Aussie with Cozzy Facebook page, and I want you to be one of them. While you're there, enter our competition and you could win one of 10 free holidays. You could be spending not 1 but 4 nights in any Discovery holiday park in South Australia in one of their fancy cabins. There are 5 Discovery holiday parks located all around SA, including Clare, Lake Bonnie at Barmera, Robe down in the southeast, Whyalla on Eyre Peninsula, and Adelaide Beachfront located right at Semaphore. If you win, you can choose which Discovery holiday parks you'd like to stay at. Just like the South Aussie with Cozzy Facebook page and enter. You know, they say one of the most memorable things you can do here in the Flinders Ranges is actually to do a scenic flight over Rawnsley Park Station and checking out Wilpena Pound. We've got the scenery, we've got the plane, now we need someone that can fly.
I can fly.
Oh, cool. Let's do it.
Alrighty guys, everyone strapped in, ready to roll? Wonderful. Traffic Rawnsley Park, Lima Alpha November is rolling 2-1 for local area scenic traffic Rawnsley Park.
Okay, so we're doing one of the scenic flights over Wilpena Pound, Rawnsley Park Station. David's my pilot. Now, David, what is it you love about these flights?
Oh look, it's one of the better places in South Australia to fly over. Wilpena Pound, is quite spectacular to see from the air, and it's really the only way to see it.
And what sort of flights do you guys offer as a company here?
So we offer a range of flights. So our most popular flights are half-hour scenic, which encompasses Wilpena Pound and some of the gorges around the place. We also do a few longer flights up to Arkaroola and Lake Eyre as well. We can tailor a flight to the client's needs and do anything they want.
Interesting Flinders Ranges fact for you here, folks. When you come up to the Flinders, you're going to see lots of kangaroos and emu, which of course are on the Australian coat of arms. Why is that? Well, they say that it's because both of the animals can't actually move backwards. Kangaroos can't go backwards, neither can emus. So they put them on the coat of arms because they believe that Australia as a country will never go backwards.
So the Flinders Ranges here is made out of what we call a sedimentary rock. So it's actually been formed on the bottom of the ocean. So originally this area was all an inland sea. There are quite a few fossils in the area as well.
So if you had been working here about 450 million years ago, you wouldn't be flying, you'd be running a boat charter service.
Oh, that's right, I'd be flying a boat plane at the moment, I think.
Isn't that amazing to think that this was all under water, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. It does make sense once you start looking at the landscape and some of the evidence around the place.
If you're thinking of coming to the Flinders Ranges, then don't look past winter. Lots of people always say to me, oh, we don't go away much during winter because it's rainy and cold. The Flinders Ranges is perfect during winter and there's a lot less chance of rain.
So I'll just continue a little bit further up. We'll turn around shortly. So we can see out on our left-hand side, we've got St Mary's Peak. That's the highest point that you can see on this northern face. Obviously the northern face is in the sunlight this morning. Yep. On the horizon there, you can actually see Lake Torrens.
Oh,
so
cool.
Lake Torrens is actually Australia's second largest salt lake. It's about 200 kilometres long, about 30 or 40 kilometres wide. So it doesn't get as much publicity as Lake Eyre, but it is almost as big and just as spectacular. Alrighty guys, we're going to turn around to our left now, so we'll start to get Wilpena Pound out on our right-hand side of the aircraft, and then we'll should be able to get you some nice shots over there. So this is what we call the postcard view from this angle. So we've got Rawnsley Bluff here in the foreground, and in the background there in the low point, we can see Idiawi Gorge. So Cozzy, out to our right-hand side at the moment, we've got the Elder Range. So that was named after Thomas Elder. So he came out here in the 1800s and he bred camels. He went on to found the Elders Pastoral Company, which came into Elders Real Estate and Elders Rural Services. Alrighty guys, we're on our approach. We'll be touching down in a minute or so, a couple of minutes.
David, tell me, being a pilot, mate, I've quite often when I was a young single fella lied to girls in nightclubs and said I was a pilot. You are one. It's got to help with the ladies, doesn't it?
Oh, it's not something I like to advertise too much.
Oh, you're crazy, mate. If I was you and I was going out to pubs and nightclubs, it'd be on my shirt. I am a pilot.
No, it's not a good look to have a pilot out at a nightclub wearing his uniform. Always wanted to do what they did in Top Gun. What was it? What was that song that they called? You never close your eyes. I can't remember. Oh, I must need to see it again. You you've lost that love and feeling.
Oh, David, thank you for making this moment socially awkward.
That was the song we're after.
You and I have spent too much time in the air together. Let's get this puppy down.
It's about time.
Central Air Services are well worth touching base with if you're keen on doing a scenic flight here in Outback SA. Well, that wraps up our little adventure in the sky with Central Air Services, and it also wraps up another episode of South Aussie with Cozzy as we touch down here at Rawnsley Park Station. Ready? 3, 2, touchdown. I'd like to say thanks for watching South Aussie with Cozzy. A couple of things. I hope that this episode has shown you that you do not need a four-wheel drive to come up to the Flinders Ranges. And the other big one that's really, really important is don't ever think the Flinders Ranges is too far away, because trust me, it's not. It's a simple car drive up on a sealed road. If you come to the Flinders, you will absolutely love it. Check out Station Stays SA. They've got loads of places you can stay on properties like Rawnsley Park Station up here in the Flinders Ranges. We'll see you next week. Go and book yourself a holiday. See ya.
In South Australia we will go, head away, holiday. South Australia all the way, South Aussie with Cozzy.
South Aussie with Cozzy is proudly brought to you by the South Australian Tourism Commission.
South Aussie with Cozzy.
I like possums.